Number one, 2014, Andre Blake to the Philadelphia Union. I will just, the only thing I'm going to do is just read out his awards, and I don't think I need to say anything else. One-time MLS's back Golden Glove, one-time MLS's back Best 11, four-time MLS All-Star, one-time Supporter Shield, three-time MLS Goalkeeper of the Year, and three-time MLS Best 11. 100% easily the most decorated player on this list, one of the most decorated goalkeepers of all time. If honestly, if you want a more in-depth talk about Andre Blake, go listen to the goalkeeper episode. I think we did a pretty good job talking about him and where we think he'll finish by the time he's done. But I mean, this guy is unquestionably number one on this list.
Yeah, good. You didn't mess it up. I'm glad.
Be kind of hard to mess this one up.
Yeah, my second sentence here is you'd be silly to put anybody else here. Philly trade up to get him in 2014 by flipping the number 2 pick and some GAM, while they already had two very young, very promising goalkeepers in their system. Starting in goal at the time was Zach McMath, who was on the up and up, doing very, very well for Philly in a Philly team that wasn't that great at that time. In their academy, just some kid named Zach Steffen, ready to sign a homegrown deal as soon as he was done with his national championship campaign at Maryland. Instead, they opted to let Steffen go and trade up for Blake. He then fought off legendary goalkeeper Rais Mbole to get the starting spot in 2015.
How dare you?
And the rest is history. The only three-time goalkeeper of the year and still going. Multiple Save of the Week awards, countless times keeping Philly in matches to get points, mostly against Red Bull because, of course. Rewarded with the 2020 Supporter Shield, 83 clean sheets in 253 games, voted to be a top 10 MLS goalkeeper of all time by yours and you. I was going to say yours truly, but you did it too. So 64 national team appearances for Jamaica, and proven no matter the opponent or country of participation, one of the best goalkeepers CONCACAF and really football has ever seen at this level.
Very well said, my friend. Very well said.
What shocked me was the fact that Zach Steffen was in a Philly academy, and they just were like, "Yeah, no, we're good."
I didn't know that until you said it, honestly.
So I was reading up on him, like what was it? Because I was trying to find out what the amount of GAM was, because at that time in 2014 it was probably like 100K or 200K, but it never gave it. So I was looking it up, and there's an article about people questioning why they traded up to get a goalkeeper, and they interviewed the guy. John Hackenworth, maybe. And he just couldn't stop talking about how good he was. And I remember at that time, I was looking to get ready to go to college. And I'm like, I was watching videos all the time about like ways to be a professional goalkeeper. And every clip that they put out there of him controlling his box, making these big saves, one-on-ones, everything he did, I was like, I remember tweeting it from my personal account because the podcast hadn't existed yet. A shame, I know. But no, I remember tweeting it. I'm like, this kid's going to be next level. And then they brought Rais Mbole in, and every time he made a mistake, I'm like, it's time to get Andre Blake in. It's time to get Andre Blake in. It's time to get Andre. I don't even care about Phil. Like, Phil just meant nothing to me, but Andre Blake was the next guy. And goodness me, did he prove it. It's a shame. It is a pure shame he's not overseas, because that's where he belongs. However, very happy to have him here.
Oh yeah. He's deserved a move overseas for a number of years now, but selfishly, I'm ecstatic that he plays here as long as he has. And I hope that he plays here for many more. I'm not a Philly Union fan, but I absolutely love Andre Blake, and I hope he has so many more great seasons here.
I love Andre Blake whenever he's not playing against the men's national team like he did last night.
That's
or
true.
New York Red Bull, because he ruins my day every time. However,
I could still appreciate even if he is playing against my teams, but at least for that one night, yes, I will not be rooting for him.
Yes, you can definitely take a look at our Twitter and see the tweet that did not get as much traction as it probably should have. But the 1-1 draw in last night's Gold Cup match is strictly Philadelphia Union's fault for not turning down the Jamaican call up. They very clearly should have said, no, we need him here for our MLS games, and then we would have won that game single-handedly. But